What if I told you that investing in residential real estate is better than investing in commercial real estate? Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about the truth about real estate in commercial activity what what factors to consider when investing in a commercial real estate project. Hi, my name is Angad and let's get right on to it. This is one straight out of one of my paid consultations. So, what exactly is what exactly is commercial real estate? Commercial real estate includes things like shops, offices, malls, stores, banks, showrooms, factories, and so on. Today, I'm going to talk about why the commercial real estate activity is slowly declining. Investing in commercial real estate for the sake of rental yield is eventually less better. So investing in real estate, residential for rental yield is better than that of commercial real estate. Now a lot of people would be like, why? We've always read, thought and studied that commercial real estate is better than residential real estate with rental yields going up to 4.5, 5, 6% at times. So let's get right into it. The mall and market culture is slowly coming down. It's slowly becoming obsolete, I would say, with the rise of the Blinkits and Amazons and Zeptos and Flipkarts. When did you last go to a mall to buy something as basic as a charger for your phone or maybe a case for your phone? So, the daily needs for which, if we look back a decade, what we used to go to the malls for has drastically reduced because now in all the metro cities these delivery apps are delivering things to you in in 6 minutes. For example, it's winters in north of India and I'm in Gurgaon, so we required a heater and rather than going to the mall or even the local market, we just blink it, and boom, in 6 minutes I had three heaters in my house. So with the fall in the footfall in these markets and malls, it is drastically, people drastically moving to the online mediums. The requirement of these shops and local malls is slowly reducing. So when you go to your local market, you would also notice कि सेम लोकेशन पे सेम स्टोर कितनी देर लास्ट करता है. I'll repeat that. You go to a local market, look at the store. Maybe it's a fashion store, or maybe it's a bookstore, or you just look at how, or a salon for that matter, how many years does that store survive that location with the. So this is, I'm talking about commercial. Now, another aspect when you go look at these stores is you have to also understand that who owns that mall or who owns that market. Now, listen very carefully. What happens is if the mall or that market is owned and maintained and serviced by the developer being, for example, DLF or M3M, or we have these malls in Delhi, Ambience Mall, or also in Gurgaon. Now, those malls, the only reason, not the only reason, but one of the prime reasons that those malls are still functioning and having a high footfall is because they are owned and maintained by the developer. So it's a lease model. DLF Cyber Hub, for example, DLF Horizon Centers, for example. All these commercial buildings are not for sale. So DLF or the builder or the developer is maintaining them, is why the footfall is higher. Now think about a place or a market that is not owned by the developer. Now there, excuse me. Now there, what happens is there is a lot of hassle in maintaining that, in maintaining the basic hygiene, cleanliness, toilets, ACs. In Golf Course Road, Gurgaon itself, there is this one building that is sold by the developer to the stores and pubs and showrooms, and that building is in a pathetic state of pathetic condition. Now, why is that? Is because there the owners have to maintain that entire mall, be it the parking, be it the air conditioning. AC में से पानी टपक रहे हैं वहाँ पे, क्यों? क्योंकि मेंटेनेंस नहीं हो रही. मेंटेनेंस करने के लिए यू नीड अ कॉमन स्ट्रक्चर. यू एंड अप मेकिंग क्या कहते हैं, वेलफेयर, सो कॉल्ड association of that local market, and then that association ends up doing the maintenance and making sure all the hooks and everything is working fine. But that only works if, again, the association is also strong, educated, and sensible enough to ensure that working. So, my next point is, given that given that there is a good commercial property that is owned by the builder, it is very high likelihood that the builder won't be selling it off. It'll be a lease only model. And that's where the good companies, good banks will come and get their foothold in the market. Very seldom we will see that it is owned by an individual. The space is owned by an individual, and the MNC type company comes and leases it off. There are great locations that have this kind of structure, but like I said, it's very rare. Another reason why I recommended this gentleman to go for a residential, you have some surplus amount that you would like to invest. So I recommended him to go for a residential because, again, if we look back 3 to 4 years, there was no new residential launches. I'm talking about specifically Gurgaon. When I say Gurgaon, I mean Golf Course Road, I mean Golf Course Extension Road, I mean गोल्फ कोर्स एक्सटेंशन रोड के बाद जो सोना आ गया, द्वारका एक्सप्रेस वे आ गया, तो जो पांचों माइक्रो मार्केट हैं गुड़गांव की, मैं आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑल 5, दैट इन 2020 2021 there were hardly any new residential launches, which is why today we are seeing a splurge in the pricing. We are seeing a splurge, a huge increase in the rental yields for residential as well, because there is no demand. However, there is no supply. I'm sorry. There is a lot of demand, but there is no supply in residential. However, there is abundant supply in commercial. You go to Golf Course Extension Road, there's abundant commercial real estate available. And the demand remains the same, which will eventually impact the final prices here. And share my point of view, I would also jump in upon the agriculture land as an investment, but that is for another video. I'll save that for another video. Thank you guys for watching it. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you think this makes sense, please share it with your friends, family, or someone you think is looking to invest in real estate, be it commercial or residential. And in case you don't like this video, or you thought it doesn't make sense, do let me know that as well. What is your point of view here, and shed some light upon it. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in person soon. Bye.